do we have here?
Hiya gang, hiya, hiya. Yep, I'm on rat patrol inside of a 10-tech Corsair. Yeehaw!
Yep, you guessed it. Little mousey damage inside of the 10-tech. Where did he get in? Well, if you take a look at the bottom panel, there's this nice inch hole. For what purpose, I really don't know, but the mouse figured that was his front door into his little condo. And he got in here and had a lot of fun. Let me show you what's going on, and hopefully we can get it fixed. So let's start top side. Let's see what our little rodent did in here. Okay. First thing I noticed, this capacitor has some of the plastic chewed off of it, so he must have enjoyed that. All these shielded cables are missing the black rubber coating. This coax here has also been damaged. Okay, kind of a bummer. Swing over to this side. I really don't see a whole bunch of damage besides this coax here. So the mouse obviously liked that black rubber. So top side wise, it doesn't look too bad. I can actually put heat shrink over this to repair it. Same with these cables, and connect them back up. Let's take a look underneath now. So for a better bottom side inspection, I've got this jobber tilted up on the bench. Alright, so the damage looks a little bit more extensive down here. So first off, if you look right here, you see this green wire? It's been severed. Too bad the radio wasn't powered up when he did that. He also got some of the insulation. Once again, all these wires are bare. That's a bummer. The speaker line was chewed right off. Okay, so I have to fix that up. Let's take a look here in the center. Not seeing a whole bunch there besides those bare wires again. There's quite a few of those where he got the insulation totally off of them. Swoop down here a little bit and take a look by our controls. I'm not seeing anything in this area. So what we're going to do is obviously repair these wires, the ones that are all bare. I'm going to actually have to replace them back here by the VFO. And we'll run those as far as I can and splice into the good insulation, because I really don't want to take these connectors apart because the wires are actually crimped in there. And if you solder them, you melt the connector. So this should really be a fun project. Alright, so let's take a look at the center of the radio. That's where the most damage took place. So he probably had a lot of fun down here for a while. I don't know if he got in this hole where the fuse holder is and the final output section is. Boy, I hope not. I'll have to take an inspection mirror and take a look in there. But I need to fix up all these cables that are now bare before I dare turn it on. Okay. Hopefully the owner didn't turn this on before he discovered the problem. If he did though, I think I would see some signs of arcing, and I see nothing. So hopefully I can just fix the wires up, get everything insulated again, and she'll power back up. A little bit of good news. I was able to look in here with my inspection mirror and a flashlight, and nothing in here looks damaged. That would have been a job to have to take that module apart. So that will simplify things a little bit for me. So what's my plan of attack? Well, I'm just going to start changing the wires. So what I want to do is, like this VFO wire, it goes into this wire harness and that thing takes off and I don't know where it goes. But luckily it hasn't been chewed from this point back. So I'll end up just taking and cutting this off where the good insulation is. We'll splice in a piece of wire and heat shrink it. That's the best I can do at this point. So all these wires are down here on like a little turret terminal. So it'd be easy enough to get the wires put back on there. Luckily they're accessible. I don't have to pull the face. I don't have to pull the VFO. When I splice in these new wires, I'm going to try to keep the color codes the same. I've got some of this multi-conductor alpha wire. So I'll cut this stuff back, get her in there, but if I don't have the correct colors, I'll do the best I can. Either way, we'll make this 10-tech work again. Okay, so here's the first connection. I'm just going to J-hook in a new lead. J-hook means you make two little hooks, right? Take your leads, put them together, crimp them over. Okay, so they're mechanically clipped. Solder them up. Then slide on a little piece of heat shrink Aramis. Get that over the connection point. And here in a second, put the heat gun on it. So there's the old heat shrink. Now we have the new extended lead. Need to go back down here to its original connection point. Get that guy hooked back up. Then we only got about 30 or 40 more wires to do. What a deal, huh? Same deal. Make a little loop. Get around the turret where it used to be. Get the old slobbering iron in there. Done. Next wire. Alright, so I have a majority of the damaged wire replaced. So at this point, I just want to make sure that this thing will fire up. See what the extent of damage was. Hopefully, it wasn't all that bad. I've got the power supply here with a built-in speaker. So I'm on 80 meters. I'm just using a test lead as an antenna.
This is our first major smoke in the Flint area. As far as I'm concerned.
So I'm picking up some guys in Flint. Here's 40 meters. But looks like everything's actually working. I need to hook it up to my antenna and of course a dummy load and make sure she'll transmit. But I believe the majority of the mouse damage has been repaired. Well, it appears as though I have unrattled the mouse tree with the Ten-Tech Corsair. That little rodent found himself an access hole and he was going to make that place his home and probably raised a family in that radio. If he had been in there that long, it wouldn't have been savable. Luckily, the owner caught it before more destruction was done, so I was able to repair it. Now, yes, there's still more to do, but I just wanted to point out what these little guys can do in a short period of time to your classic radio. So protect your investment, guys. If there's holes in them, put something over it, or you may have a little neighbor that you don't want. I'll see you.